police serve you guys tonight?
A woman who stopped to help a toddler who appeared to be only 3 or 4 years old on the side of the highway walking alone is now missing out of Hoover, Alabama, and a $25,000 reward is being offered for information. 20 grand anonymous, 5 grand Crime Stoppers. The Hoover Police Department issued a press conference about Carlee Nicole Russell. She's a 25-year-old black female, and Carlee's mom said that Carlee may have let her guard down because she knew cops were on the way after she saw this toddler. She called 911, but Carlee said she couldn't leave a child in danger alone.
She does know not to stop for anyone, even a child on the side of the road, but she did call 911, and I think she kind of let her guard down thinking that they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road.
We want the word of the day to be Carlee. We just want to have her back home safe.
The person on the phone with Carlee, a family member, after Carlee hung up with 911, heard Carlee scream. The line stayed open. Whoever took Carlee left her wig and her cell phone, which was found near Carlee's vehicle. But Carlee's mom said that Carlee's hair might appear cornrowed, braided down to her scalp, I guess, since her wig was off now.
Daughter-in-law, about 9:36, she told her she saw a child on 459 right before exit 10 that appeared to be 3 to 4 years old by themselves. She's pulled over. She called 911, but in the process, at some point, she got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. He or she respond. And then she heard our daughter Carlee scream. And from there, all we could hear was noise, background noise in her phone, which we later found out was noise from the interstate. And so they have found her wig and her hat and her cell phone that were in close proximity to her car. So if anyone sees Carlee from the pictures that we have put out, just keep in mind, because her wig came off, her hair would be braided down to her scalp, so she won't have, long hair or anything like that is reflected on the picture. She pretty much has cheekbones like me. Pretty much our face is the same structure. So that's pretty much all the information we have. We do have some indication that there may have been a gray vehicle that a trucker saw that pulled in front of her car at some point as they were passing along the interstate.
Okay, yes ma'am.
And that's all the information, or at least we have at this time.
Yes.
So I just ask everyone, if you would, pray. We are trusting God. We are staying positive. We are not allowing any negative thoughts to enter our minds. So all that we're doing is trusting God, believing God that our daughter will be brought home safely.
Yes ma'am. And you have a lot of support here,
yes,
family and friends as well.
For everyone that is supporting us and has been supporting us since they heard of her missing last night. So we're just eternally grateful. And again,
we have more support coming. We want to continue to apply pressure to this thing. We don't want this to die down. We need this to blow up. So if anyone sees anything, no matter how minute, no matter how insignificant you think it is, please contact 911, contact us, and just keep us in your prayers.
Absolutely.
And we actually these people are here to help start a search party. Anaya Blanchard's mom is also on her way over here to help lead us in the search of. She has experience in it, and she's going to give us some pointers as well. But we just ask everyone to please, 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 wherever you are, if you're not in Birmingham, whatever, they could be in Georgia, we don't know, Mississippi, Tennessee, anywhere, just please keep your eyes out and be vigilant.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mr. and Mrs. Russell, just thank you so much for your time, and we're definitely all praying for you all as well to help bring Carlee home.
Thank you.
Reporting from the Hoover Met, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
There's a photo of what she looked like and what she was wearing. Witnesses, at least one witness said a gray car may have pulled in front of Carlee at some point as they passed down the interstate. It was a single witness who may have seen a light-complected male standing there as well, but cops said they don't have any more information on him.
A single witness has reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle with a light-complected male standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but we have no further information on that individual or the vehicle at this time.
Is someone out there using a toddler as a decoy or a ploy to kidnap this 25-year-old woman? It was July 13th at around 9:34 p.m. when the Hoover Center 911 Center got a 911 call from Carlee on I-459 South near mile marker 11. She reported seeing this toddler on the side of the highway, so of course she would stop. Carlee had just gotten off work around 8:20 p.m. Thursday night at the Summit in Birmingham, so it's believed she stopped to pick up food at the Colonnade before driving towards I-459. She was only 10 minutes away from home. After calling 911, Carlee stopped to check on this little child, and then she called a family member, and that's when the family member heard a scream. This is Carlee's mom's daughter-in-law. She said heard a scream and nothing else, I guess, just traffic noise. Officers were already on the way. Officers who got there found some of Carlee's belongings nearby, but they couldn't find Carlee or the little child that she stopped to check on. Hoover police haven't received any other calls of someone missing a small child, so did the child belong to the male that potentially abducted Carlee? But detectives are currently investigating. They're asking for the public's help. Carlee, again, is identified as Carleethia. Carlee is her nickname. Nicole Russell. She's 25 years old. She's a black female. She's about 5 feet 4 inches tall, about 150 to 160 pounds. She was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white Nike shoes. Now, there's a post on Facebook from Akia Ming who wrote, "This picture was taken yesterday around 5 p.m. This is what she was last wearing when she was abducted. Her hat, wig, Apple Watch, and phone were left behind. Share this post." So anyone who thinks they may have seen Carlee or may have info about the case, they are asked to call Detective Brad Fountain at 205-444-7562. And they've been putting photos of her out there, some in, her uniform, others in what she was last wearing. A woman named Ashley Dotson also posted an old video of her friend Carlee.
Hi, welcome to Bonhours. My name is Carlee. I'm so pleased to serve you guys tonight.
Because you can kind of get a glimpse of what she looks like without her hair in her face. So she's begging, please call Carlee's parents or the Hoover Police Department if you see her anywhere. Her parents have given a heartbreaking interview. They are staying positive. Her friend is saying, I'm praying for you hard, Carlee. Knowing you, I just know you're trying to find a way to escape if you're not already en route on your way home. Carlee's friend wrote a prayer. God, cover her with your blood, shield her with your presence. No weapon formed against her will prosper. In Jesus' name, amen. She wrote, Carlee is coming home. I believe it, feel it. And her parents don't want to think of anything negative. They have so many volunteers out there searching for her. Carlee has a tattoo. It looks like it's back here on her back on the left. And it's from Psalm 46:5, the NIV version. God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day. Here's really hoping and praying that Carlee is okay. It's scary to think that someone could use a toddler potentially as a means of abducting someone. Of course, if you see a toddler wandering alone on the side of a highway, I'm not sure if someone was it the male that was spotted by that single witness? Was he hiding off down in a ditch somewhere, waiting? Whoever put the toddler out there obviously didn't care about the safety of the toddler, who seemingly could have easily run into traffic, and that's what they were likely banking on. Many of us would stop for toddlers. In fact, I have myself. Driving once around my city, there was a little kid in diapers, alone by himself, ran across the street in front of my car, then ran back the other way. And of course I had to pull over and I had to go and look, and thankfully the toddler ran back in the house house, but of course I called, the non-emergency line of the police since I knew the toddler was back in that home, but I did tell them, look, this house needs a welfare check because this toddler in diapers, just barely walking, probably 2 years old, had just run across the middle of the street unaccompanied. So it's sad to think that anyone could be using that as a ploy, as a tactic, because of course it would pull on our heartstrings and immediately we're going to try and help a child. So I hope Carlee is found safe. I'm really praying. I pray whoever this toddler is can be found safe as well. I don't know what kind of scheme or trick this is, but it is just next level and it's just unbelievable. It's really a crazy story. So here's hoping Carlee can find her way home to her parents. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for updates.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for helping us get this story out today. I want to relay some of the facts as we know them so far and a few additional details that we've been able to uncover in this case. On July the 13th at approximately 9:34 p.m., the Hoover 911 Center received a call from a 25-year-old female on I-459 southbound near mile marker 11. She reported that she saw a toddler walking on the side of the interstate. After calling 911, the caller stopped to check on the child and also called a family member to report the same details. The family member lost contact with the caller, but the line remained open. Police officers who were already en route to the location of the initial 911 call located the female's vehicle as well as some of her belongings at the scene. They were unable to find her or a child in the area, and Hoover police have not received any additional calls of someone missing a small child. Detectives are currently investigating these incidents and are requesting the public's assistance to help locate Carlee Nicole Russell. She's described as a 25-year-old black female who is 5'4", 150 to 160 pounds. She was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white Nike tennis shoes. Carlee got off work last night around 8:20 p.m. from a business at the Summit in Birmingham. She's also believed to have stopped to pick up food from a business at the Colonnade before driving towards Hoover on I-459, where she stopped near mile marker 11. That location is between the Galleria flyover and exit 10 for Highway 150. A single witness has reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle with a light-complected male standing outside of Carlee's vehicle, but we have no further information on that individual or the vehicle at this time. No piece of information is too small in this investigation. If you have any information, please contact Detective Brad Fountain at 205-444-7562 or Sergeant Drew Mims at 205-739-7274. You can also call Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama at 205-254-7777 if you wish to remain anonymous. An anonymous donor has offered $20,000 for the safe return of Carlee Russell, in addition to $5,000 offered by Crime Stoppers. Again, you can call Crime Stoppers if you wish to remain anonymous, or you can call either of the investigators whose numbers I provided. The Hoover Police Department is currently partnering with many of our local, state, and federal partners in this investigation, and we're very grateful for the outpouring of support from our local community as well as the law enforcement community. We will continue to provide periodic updates as we have them, and we'll utilize our Twitter account at Hoover PD to release any pertinent information to the public. We would also ask the community to keep the Russell family in your thoughts and prayers during this very difficult time. At this time, I'll take a few of your questions.
Do you believe that she was taken by someone perhaps when she pulled her car off?
We currently are investigating every possibility in this case. We're certainly leaving nothing off the table.
Was her car door left open?
I don't know the answer to that.
And is there any mentality that this child might have been bait, or if there ever was a child? You said there's no missing persons cases for children.
Again, with all of those details, we're leaving nothing off the table and no stone unturned in investigating some of these facts.
Are you all getting a great deal of tips? There's a great deal of public awareness. I know folks are handing out flyers. Are you hearing from the public on this?
Yes, we are. We've received a lot of tips, and as each of them comes in, we're assigning investigators to investigate those and see where that information leads.
You may have said this already, but what are any other agencies assisting you? If so, what are they?
Yes, we've partnered with numerous local agencies, too many to name, as well as federal and state partners. Pretty much everybody that we have a great relationship with in law enforcement is involved in this investigation.
Have you had any sightings of Carlee Russell?
We don't know. Again, when we get a tip, we investigate that and follow up to the best of our ability.
And I know that families organize their own search. Are the police doing any organized searches?
Yes, we have a myriad of resources. Everything we have at the Hoover Police Department, in addition to those partners, is involved in this investigation right now. As you said, the family is doing some searches as well, and we're maintaining very close contact with them in that process.
Do we know if Carlee had hung up or did the dispatcher hang up when you guys had got that initial call?
Carlee was actually on the phone with a family member when the call was terminated. However, the phone line remained open, and we followed up from there.
But she had called 911, correct?
Yes.
So how did that 911 call end?
I'm not sure.
Is there a way we could get the 911 call?
I don't have that at this time to provide to you.
Family members said that they heard her scream before the line was left open. Have you guys heard that in your investigation so far?
The family has relayed everything that they are aware of to us, and again, we're following up with any information that we're provided.
The family asked if it was possible to put out an Ashanti alert, I believe. Is that something that could have been done when you guys got the notification that she went missing?
So alerts of that nature are handled by Aaliyah, and we've provided all the facts of the case as we currently know them to them for them to review the case, and if they deem that to be appropriate, they will issue an alert.
Can you tell us who people should contact over the weekend as the search kind of continues?
Yes, I'll repeat the same numbers. The two gentlemen to my right are Detective Brad Fountain and Sergeant Drew Mims. They're with our Crimes Against Persons unit. Detective Fountain's number is 205-444-7562. Sergeant Mims is 205-739-7274. And again, Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama is 205-254-7777. And you can call any of those numbers. They have people that either get messages or can return calls very quickly.
When police arrived at the scene on Thursday night, was her car running and was her phone located there at that location?
We did locate her cell phone at the scene. We're currently analyzing that phone to see if there's any information on there that could help us. As far as the condition of the vehicle, I'm not aware.
Have you ever had a stranger abduction in Hoover?
I would have to check our records for that.
How common are they?
Again, each case is unique, and this case is certainly a unique instance in our city, and we're doing everything we can to solve it.
Is there a staging area that you guys would be staging for searching or anything like that?
The police department is handling all of our resources internally, and if we need additional resources, we'll reach out to our partner agencies.
Does the missing woman have any mental illness history or any physical conditions that people should be aware about?
I can't speak to that right now.
Last question.
Interstate cameras matches some of the descriptions of a car. Has that matched in the area down the road and all that?
We're currently reviewing any resources like that we have available to determine if there's any usable evidence from that.